I've never known anybody quite like you.
We all thought that Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan were great co-hosts and friends on the show Live with Kelly and Michael, which is why it came as a surprise to everybody when Michael announced that he was leaving the show in 2016. So why exactly did Michael leave? Well, it turns out there was some drama going on behind the scenes, and the truth will totally shock you. In a recent interview about his departure, Michael revealed that the job wasn't exactly what he'd hoped it'd be when he signed up for it. As you all know, Michael is a former football star who had a 15-year career with the New York Giants. When he joined the show, Michael said he thought he'd be a partner where he was playing an equal role with Kelly. Well, he revealed the shocking truth that this wasn't always the case and it didn't sit well with him. Michael said that sometimes he'd come up with the team concepts, but when he went to do the job, he felt more like Kelly's sidekick instead. So he felt it was time for him to go, and that's why he made the surprising decision to leave. Is this why he blindsided Kelly with his decision to leave? Because you would think that when you've been co-hosting with someone for 4 years, they would be the first people to tell you when they're leaving. But it seems this wasn't the case for Michael, and how it played out was totally crazy. So it turns out that Michael didn't tell Kelly he was leaving until the very day that the network announced his departure. It's reported that Michael told Kelly and the executive producers of the show at the same time the network was making the announcement. Kelly literally got to know about such a big decision at the same time as the rest of the people. I don't know about you guys, but I think there was a lot of going for Michael to have sidelined his co-host like that. And of course, this didn't sit very well with Kelly. So immediately after the announcement, Kelly didn't show up to the show for several days. TMZ reported that Kelly didn't go to the show because she was furious about what was going on. It's reported that she even canceled a trip to Turks and Caicos with her husband, Mark Concilios, because of how upset she was. She felt that Michael, or at least the network, should have given her prior warning before the big announcement. I can't say I blame her. She was literally ambushed with the news that was going to affect her job. I don't know if this is true, but it's alleged that Kelly had said she wouldn't return to the show until Michael left. Michael, on the other side, was all calm and said it wasn't such a big deal. He hosted the show with Anna Gasteyer while Kelly was away, and he even talked about his departure at the end of the show. Besides being mad, I think Kelly also just needed to internalize what was going on, although she appeared to be well put together when she returned the following week. Sources said that she really didn't want Michael there anymore. She said that she was happy for Michael, who was joining Good Morning America, where he had been a correspondent for about 2 years. But why did Michael leave the show earlier than previously reported? Could the rumor about Kelly wanting Michael to leave immediately be true? I don't know about you guys, but I think Kelly found it difficult to continue working with Michael after the shocking news, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one. Kelly and Michael tried to make the public believe there was no bad blood between them. Michael thanked Kelly for being such a good partner throughout the show. He said that she'd been an unbelievable partner and a great influence in his life. But did Kelly feel the same way? Probably not. Kelly later revealed some shocking details about their working relationship, and it's totally insane. So, it turns out that Kelly found it difficult to work with Michael. Would you believe that? I mean, it sounds crazy considering that they did their job so well. A source close to Kelly spoke to Page 6 and revealed some shocking details that'll surprise you. Apparently, Kelly and Michael worked very well in the beginning, but things started to change when Michael started saying yes to everything. It's alleged that ABC and Disney started offering Michael other jobs, and he would just say yes. For example, he accepted to be a correspondent for Good Morning America 2 years before he left Live with Kelly and Michael. Apparently, things started to be a little bit too much for Michael because he was handling too much. Michael obviously started being overwhelmed with work, and the show with Kelly became less of a priority. And you won't believe what else happened. Since Michael had to juggle the tight schedule, he stopped paying attention to live and instead left Kelly to focus on the show alone. And this might be the reason why he felt like a sidekick, because he stopped being involved in the preparation for the show. Anyway, Kelly and the show producer, Michael Bellman, started feeling like Live with Kelly and Michael wasn't a priority to Michael anymore, and this brought some tension between them. But that's not all. The source revealed that besides the strained working relationship, Michael's attitude also changed because of handling too much. It's alleged that Michael would cause temper tantrums and shout at Kelly and the producer during the taping. The source says that Michael literally became unbearable because he was behaving like he was in a locker room. I mean, if this is true, then it makes a lot of sense why their working relationship became difficult. It's reported that what we had been seeing on the show was just for the show, and the two stopped being friends and they couldn't stand each other off camera. It's reported that they couldn't even talk in person. They communicated through their reps, which is absolutely crazy, and there's more drama to it. It turns out that a few years later, Kelly had been offered the same position that Michael took at Good Morning America, and you won't believe what Kelly did. She turned down the offer because she was 100% committed to her show. She felt that she wouldn't be able to give her show the attention it needed if she became a contributor at GMA. And I have to give it to Kelly. She's been on the show for 20 years and has always managed to keep the ratings high even after her former co-host left. And speaking of her former co-host Regis, did you know he also left the same way as Michael? How weird is that? It turns out that this wasn't the first time the network was blindsiding Kelly when it came to decisions about her co-hosts. It's reported that Regis told Kelly that he was leaving the show a few minutes before the taping. So Regis had told the network he was leaving, and none of them told Kelly about the change until the very last minute. Anyway, I guess it makes a lot of sense that Kelly would be so mad when they did the exact same thing when Michael was leaving. And I also guess it was made worse by the fact that Michael was leaving for the same position that Kelly had turned down. Clearly, a lot was going on behind the scenes, and things weren't always what they seemed. But we can all agree that how Michael's departure from the show was handled was kind of crazy. ABC CEO Ben Sherwood even apologized about it. He admitted that Michael's exit wasn't handled right, and Kelly should have been informed earlier. Anyway, it looks like they decided to bury the hatchet because Kelly has been hosting the show with Ryan Seacrest since 2017. But what do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts on this story. What do you think about the whole situation and how it was handled? Please let me know about commenting below, and I'll appreciate it.